Hey guys, this is Al again. I'm back at the shop. It's been a couple of weeks since my last update. I was traveling for 2 weeks in the UK, just went to visit family and hang out there. And now I'm back on the Corniche. I've got what I think, because I don't really know what I'm doing right now, but I think I've got the right piece, which is the flame trap. This is basically a mesh filter in there, and I guess if it gets blocked up it'll cause some problems. That's what I'm thinking. So I've taken this off. There was an O-ring around this little piece over here. I carefully removed that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it into a can of Berryman's and let it soak in there for a while, and then I'm going to run some carburetor cleaner through it. I have seen some videos or some people talking about using a blowtorch. I'm not sure I trust myself well enough to do that, so I'm going to do it this way, just clean it chemically. But we'll see how that works out. It'll probably be another day or so before I come back and give an update. So this video, you won't notice the difference because you'll just see the video. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take care of this now. And then come back later on and take care of it properly. Got me thinking though that, you know, if this solves the problem, this solves the problem on this car, it may also solve the problem on the Brooklands, because I'm getting smoke out of the Brooklands, which I'm thinking is a running issue caused again by fuel mixture, and it might not be fuel mixture, and the reason that the computer's going haywire and acting out, and the O2 sensors are failing to read and it's going into open loop mode, is again because of this. And if that's the problem, it'll make me very, very happy. Alright guys, so I managed to put this in a can of carb clean. You can see the outside is stripped clean off. It blows pretty well, and if I can shine this light through it, you can see that it's it should be clear, like, because you can see the cell phones, the cell phone light is going through it, so I can actually see the screen through the filter. So I'm going to put this on. I'm going to have to put the O-ring back on first, install it, and see what the car does. I expect it to smoke because there's still a bit of oil in the intake, but it should clear up, that I'm hoping anyway. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm turning the camera off so I can put the music back on and get going. Hey guys, so I did try to run the car and it still was smoking. I don't know whether it's smoking because of remnants of oil in the intake that just needs to be cleaned out, or whether it's still a problem. Right. I will check for positive crankcase pressure by putting a vacuum gauge on the dipstick to see if I can to see if it's sucking into the crankcase or blowing out the crankcase. So that's one way. But I did take the hose off that's going from the flame trap to the intake manifold, and you can see it's full of oil. So there's absolutely no question that the intake is probably going to be full of oil as well. So I'm going to see if I can find a replacement hose for this, and I may take this line off as well and just clean it out with brake clean to see if I can maybe help solve the problem. So yeah, that's where I am right now. Stay tuned. I've also ordered a kit for the fuel distributor because I was speaking to the kid, and he really is adamant that I should rebuild the fuel distributor. So I ordered the kit for that. I'll give it to him. He knows how to rebuild them. And for today, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to take the hose that's coming out the fuel tank and into the fuel pump and replace it, because that hose is bad and it's leaking fuel all over the place, which is probably why every time I come back here I come back to an empty tank of gas. So I'm going to fix that as well. The hose in the tank is completely, the one that goes from the tank to the fuel pump is completely shot, and I looked online. I think the price on a replacement hose was about $100 or something like that, and it's just a basic half-inch L-shaped hose. So yeah, and I had to get it from England, and I didn't want to deal with that situation. So what I end up doing is I end up buying this which is basically a 1/2-inch hose, fuel hose, that's got a couple of angles on it. And the idea is that you get one of these, and it came as a 2-pack for about $30, and you just cut the piece that you need, right? So I think I can make 2 hoses out of this one. I can make a replacement PCV hose by just cutting this section over here, and then using this section over here to make the fuel line. So it's a nice little piece of hose. You get it from Amazon. It just has multiple curves, and it's a 2-pack, so about $15 each. And then whatever size or shaped hose that you need to make, you just figure out if you have something that can work. So I'm going to give this one a go, see how it works. I'll probably, like I said, use this section over here for the PCV hose, for the flame trap, and then cut here and here, or maybe here and here, and make the one for the fuel line. So let's see how it goes. So I won't show you what's underneath the car because I have to crawl up underneath it, but long and short, this hose has been replaced, this pipe's been cleaned, this flame trap has been cleaned, and this silicone hose has been replaced. I actually ordered a silicone hose for this, but it didn't arrive on time, so oh well, we're not using it. And then after that, I started the car up and it would still smoke and run like crap. So what I end up doing is taking the fuel distributor off, and then I ordered the kit off eBay, and I'm giving it to the kid. He's out of town right now for Christmas, but he's going to go and rebuild my fuel distributor. We're going to see if we can get it back together and see if it's working. But what I did do is it got me thinking about this car. And as you know, this is a Brooklands. I've been having a running issue with this car as well, and as I was thinking about PCV valves, I was wondering whether that could be the issue, and I think it may be. So when I start the engine, the suction on this oil cap is really high, so there's a lot of suction going on at the crankcase. It's so much so that it's actually hard to open up this oil cap, and I checked it on this Turbo R. Wasn't a problem, so I think I have something there. So if I'm not wrong, the flame trap on this thing is right there, over here. And what I'm going to need to do is take the coil packs off, maybe cut a couple of these zip ties out of the way so I can move this, and then I should be able to get to the flame trap and take it off, give it a clean, and see if it helps any, because there's clearly a big problem here and it's running like crap, and it would be running like crap if it's sucking in oil, which could cause a smoking issue, and then unmetered there as well, which could be causing all kinds of chaos. So that's what I'm going to be working on today, because obviously everything stopped on the Corniche. So that's going to be what I'm working on. I'm also going to take a look at this fella. So this is my 98 SL500. Love this car. This is my date car. This is a car that I usually take out on dates, but I've had some serious issues with the ride. So when you get over a certain speed, the vibration from this car is unbearable, and it's not just wheel balance. It's got to be something more than that. Initially I thought it was a drive shaft problem, flex disc, center support and all that stuff, but the kid took it in, threw it on the lift. He swears up and down it's not. He seems to think it could be a wheel issue. I'm not so certain, because I had the same problem when I had different wheels on this car. I had replica AMG wheels on this car. These are genuine AMG wheels, and it still had the same problem. But he did notice that there was one of the wheels, or one of the tires, wasn't perfectly round, So as he was spinning the tyre, he noticed that one of the tyres wasn't perfectly round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these wheels, the front wheels off, and I'm going to put a set of 210 W210 wheels. I think they're 16 inch, but they should fit fine. But I'll put them on the front and see if I can take it for a spin. If the problem goes away, the vibration goes away, then he's definitely onto something, and I'll take these wheels off. I'll get them sent out to the local wheel repair place. They'll test them, make sure that they're all good, and then I'll throw a new set of tyres on them. I'm just not sure if that's the problem. And then if that doesn't work, then I'll go back to the 16-inch wheels, because these wheels didn't actually come with this car. They were an optional upgrade for this model of car. They got the same wheels as the W210 E55, but they weren't the standard. The standards were 16-inch wheels, and I still have them. They're on a parts car that I own right now. So that's where we are with this one. Yeah, so we'll take a look at that one as soon as I get done with the flame trap. Alright guys, so I got everything off. I had it soaking in carburetor cleaner. Unfortunately, there's a plastic cap that goes over here, and that kind of broke into smithereens as soon as I touched it. So that was my fault, but I need to get a new part. Aside from that, everything else is pretty clean. The flame trap mesh is still in there right now. I'm going to leave it in there for a couple of days. But really, probably didn't have to take this whole thing apart, except for the fact that I didn't know how it all went together. There's a little spring that sits here that needs to sit there, and then this bit kind of goes here, and there's an O-ring that fits in place, which I should have a replacement for. But I'm going to have to order that part from the UK, which sucks, but it is what it is. And it'll probably be a couple of weeks before I can get back to it, but that's where we are right now. Hopefully it'll solve this problem and we can move on. In the meanwhile, I'll wait for the kid to come back and get me the fuel distributor. That's me done. Thanks very much, and Merry Christmas. Talk to you soon.